I got another story. Last year, right on the other side of these little mountains right here, it was in March of last year. I know it was windy. And I came out here just about like this, except I was on Big Agnes. Anyway, we started trailing. We trailed all the way across these mountains, trailed back. This country out here really fascinates me because it's so remote and so far away from everything. And there's game out here. I mean, there's deer and javelina and oryx, but they're scattered pretty thin. I caught a lion right down there in those flats with my side hounds. Trailing it like a fresh lion track. We started, let's see, since way over there on the other side of that little, right around there, trailed right down through here, right up through this saddle, and then right up to the top. Pretty sure it was a lion. Just didn't seem, you know, this country, lion doesn't stay here. They just pass through here. Just look at all this land. I mean, you can't go all the way into those mountains there because it's a military base, missile range. You can go onto the north end of it, up there somewhere. I've hunted, I went up there oryx hunting one time, a long time ago. Out there somewhere is the spaceport where they're supposed to land that space shuttle someday. If you look back behind me, back over here, those mountains, the furthest mountains you can see is where I've been. I did most of my hunting this last year. And then if you look right here, you'll see that flat top mountain right there. It's kind of hard. I bet it's hard for you to see, but that's where I caught that tom lion. There's where the bighorn sheep are. All that mountain range right there is bighorn sheep. I used to come out there and run coyotes a lot, and run jackrabbits with my stag hounds. And I caught a lion out here, by golly. I'll put a little clip to that lion I caught right here, right now. Bam! Oh, what the hell is it? It's a damn mountain lion. They got a damn mountain lion. How'd you like that? Used to love to run those stag hounds. We trailed right off to that point right there, and then got on the, I guess what would be the west side of the mountain. Gone. Not another bark, nothing. I stayed up there and let them mill around there for a long time. But now I'm getting some tail whips down in here, over there, and the dogs kind of, so maybe just the weather hitting that took away all the scent. has got to be a lion. As far as we've trailed and the way they're traveling, it's got to be a lion. I sure wish I could find a track. Starting to get hot too. Could be backwards on it. I have no indicator to say that we are or we aren't. But they're still trailing. Keep on going. And so they kind of died out over there where it got in the flats, in the greasewood and the flats, and they couldn't trail it anymore, and I couldn't find a track. They started it right up here, and then went side-hilled, went through that saddle, went over that top, went down that next saddle and onto that other ridge over there. And then it dropped down. And then as it went down, I mean, it just got slower and slower. And then pretty soon they just had to lose, they couldn't move. And they'd bark in the same spot and they'd fan out and they never could find it. I thought, well, I'll go back to where they started it. Maybe they were backwards, and maybe they can trail backwards, or maybe they were backwards and trail to a spot where I can see the track. So what I got to do is get back up here where they started it going that way and see if they can trail it back that way. Now, could I be that smart? Maybe. But it lines up exactly to where we could have been going the wrong way on it over there. If it keeps going that direction, I know there's some water out there too. But I know I can find a track out there too. I think. I say I know. I think I can. It's petering out here too, though. I don't know. Sure enough, we hit it and we went back the other way. Got down in the greasewood and the flat again, couldn't trail. But we can trail over the top of these mountains. And there's greasewood all over these mountains. Anyway, I didn't think nothing of it. They trailed it just a little ways right there. I watched them and let them, I mean, they were still picking at it. But dadgum, it's hot right now. That's Uno. He's a liar. Watch the other dogs, see? Booger says no. Everybody says no. That Uno, he's something else now. It was a lion. I never seen a track or anything, so. I went home. The next day, the wind was blowing 90 miles an hour. I mean hard. And I'm sitting there in my chair, and I get a text on my phone. Doot, doot, doot. And I open it up. There's a picture of a lion at a dead cow underneath some highline wires. Well, those highline wires are right on the other side of this little mountain right here. And this text came from a friend of mine down in South Texas. And so I called him and I said, hey, where did that picture come from and how old was it? Oh, they took that picture just the other night, just last night or night before last, you know, whatever. They said that's out there close to you somewhere on that desert. And so what it was is just about 2 miles from here, 3 miles from here was where that lion went and got on. She was, you can see the picture. She's an old, you know, slope back, just kind of an old, ugly looking lion. Kind of a weird coincidence that, you know, that picture went all the way down to Texas and then came all the way back to me. So, yeah, good story. But we trailed all the way across the river. You see these gloves on me? My wife bought these for me. A little explanation. I'm pigment impaired, you know, and I got to go to the dermatologist all the time. And they burn those little precancerous lesions on me. That's why I got all those little scars on me. Anyway, last time I went to the dermatologist, they had to cut out a piece of my hand right here, and they sent it in to have it. What do they call? I don't know what they call it. To see if it's cancer, see if it was melanoma. And it wasn't, but they said it's a bad spot. I have to be real careful. So, and usually I wear leather gloves when I'm riding the mule and everything, but out here hiking, my wife bought me these little sissy gloves to wear just to keep the sun off of me. That's what they're for, is sun protection gloves. I guess they don't care about your fingers. Anyway, that's why I wear these.